get a little, basically, free money. I was supposed to finish up at like 2 o'clock, and it's horrible that I laugh about this, and I'm gonna go, if there's any kind of a hell, I'm gonna go there. I had, like, a lot of times the people that I give rides to, they're of the, what's a good way to put it? They're sort of outsiders, oftentimes not only in mind, but in appearance. And this one was no exception. I get her back to her house. Now, it's been raining and it's been a whole lot of ice, and so there's a whole bunch of ice out. This woman weighs about 340 pounds or so. But she weighs 340 pounds only in her midriff, okay? So she looks kind of like maybe like a big, clear, like a moo-moo wrapped, like, huge mound of ricotta cheese with, like, two toothpicks stuck in the bottom. And so you can imagine how that might sort of, like, titter and waddle and jiggle and shake. And so after some rigmarole, we get her out of the vehicle. And she gets about 4 steps away from the vehicle, and her little twiggy toothpick legs slip on the ice, and she takes a header. And I'm in the vehicle biting the inside of my cheek because it was probably the funniest thing I had seen in weeks. And so did you get her number? I had her address. I'm in her fucking driveway. All right, so the woman fucking wipes out, okay? And, like, no exaggeration, I'm in the vehicle, and when she hit the ground, I could feel a shockwave. Like, she hit the earth, and the car, like, moved. And so that made me think it was even funnier. So I'm trying to get out of the car to help this woman, but at the same time I'm thinking, oh my god, I can't laugh in this fucking woman's face. You know what I mean? So I get to her, and now I'm bleeding. The inside of my mouth, literally, I'm like, I can taste the coppery blood in my mouth as I'm, like, reaching to ask this woman if she's okay. Now, as I'm leaning over to look at her and see, all I can think of is a broken bag of ricotta cheese, because some of her belly was coming out from a shirt that had been pulled slightly up, and it was, like, all, like, pockmarked and, like, nasty. And I was thinking she looked like a bag of spilled ricotta cheese, and the first thing in my head, I'm in the fucking vehicle trying to help this woman, and I'm thinking that I'm in this fucking weird, like, surreal grocery store, and I just spilled what I was about to buy. It was terrible. And, okay, so that's really bad, okay? So ultimately, we get the woman up, and now she's on her little fucking, like, toothpick knees, but so they're like bent toothpicks now. And I'm literally afraid that, like, her leg is gonna break because she's supporting too much fucking jello. And she gets back up on her feet, gets another 3 steps away, and she fucking wipes out again. I swear to fucking God. And at this point, I'm like, I've got a raw cheek, and I saw it happening. It was all in slow motion, and, like, in my head, I had already played it out. So she goes down again. I don't feel any kind of shockwave this time, but the place that she fell is just a few, like 1, 2, maybe 3 feet away from a point on her driveway where it becomes a walkway that extends down. And this walkway is covered in a fucking sheet of ice. So this fucking rippling bag of pudding fucking ricotta cheese with a torn shirt now slowly begins sliding down towards her front door. And she can't do anything about it. She's, like, grasping, and, like, her fingers are slipping. And the whole time, all I want to do is fucking pull out my fucking phone and capture this for posterity. And I'm fucking inside, I'm dying, laughing. It's the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. And this woman is probably having the worst moment of her life. This fucking guy who just drove her from a doctor's appointment, and she's, like, all her stuff is everywhere, her purse is emptied, and all her fucking lipstick and shit is sliding down this fucking path. She's sliding down the path, and she's trying not to make any noise, but she's grunting, she's going... And I can't get to the path because I'm gonna slip and fall if I go there, and there's no fucking railway, so all I can do is watch this fucking woman, like, go down the fucking water slide. It was fucking amazing, and I still think it was the funniest thing I've seen in months. It's terrible. Terrible. Oh, and just as, like, you know, a cherry on top of the whole thing, she slides down to the bottom, so now she's at, like, the stoop of her door. So she can get up now. She's home. She got in. So she stands up, gets on her porch. There's no ice on the porch or anything. She can't get in the fucking door because all her keys were in her bag, which has scattered all over her fucking front yard. So now I'm walking around her yard looking for the poor woman's keys. So she's out there freezing, soaking wet because she's been sliding down ice. And I'm like walking around in the dark 30, 40 feet away from her looking for her keys and like, you know, like silently like laughing like Muttley the dog. I'm like, and oh, it's terrible. Terrible. But yeah, so if you'd like to tell me that I'm going to hell, I would deserve to go. It was funny. It was incredibly funny. And to my dying day, I will still think that was a funny moment. For her, it was probably the worst thing that ever happened to her. But for me, it made my fucking month. Fucking humans. But yeah, the woman needed skis, man. Bet you'll think twice about tomorrow's donut.